everyone, I'm Kat. Today's reading is Tarot Answers Your Question. I've done thousands of intuitive readings over the years working with the guides, and I can tell you they have a lot of positivity and joy and happiness to send your way today. So let's find out what the guides have to tell you regarding your question. If you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. I upload every day, so then you'll be notified of the future uploads. And of course, if you enjoyed today's reading, please like it. Thank you so much, guys. Okay, if you haven't already chosen your group, you can pause the reading now. And now we are going to go on with the reading. So, Tarot answers your question. We've got the Three of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, the Page of Wands, the World. I don't really feel like this is a yes or a no. I feel like it's a potential yes in the future. It might not be the yes you want. So, for example, if this was a relationship question and it was like, will we get back together? It might be not at the minute, but perhaps in the future. And if not, you'll find somebody else even more suited to you, you know, that you will feel is wonderful. You've got the World at the end. You've got Three of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, Page of Wands, the World. The World at the end is saying that whatever happens, you are going to have this sense of getting what you need from the situation, learning, progressing. You're going to kind of complete this cycle in a wonderful, wonderful way and go to the next level and feel absolutely fantastic. And it's all going to work out. You know, that's the key. It's all going to work out in the end and it's going to feel amazing. Will it be exactly the way you're expecting? Perhaps not. I mean, for sure, with the Three of Swords at the beginning, they're saying here that there's some healing that needs to be done. You know, there's a wound, there's a disappointment, there's a sadness, and it's creating like a barrier. So yeah, you do need to deal with that wound and that healing. So if it's a kind of, can I get X, Y, or Z, you know, or, you know, whatever it is, the positive outcome you're looking for, the World at the end does suggest it's possible, but I think that there's healing that needs to happen in the interim. It's not necessarily all going to change overnight. So it's not just a yes or a no, depending on whatever's the positive response you're looking for. You know what I mean? So it's not clear cut because you have to do the healing work. Also, there's an aspect with the Wheel of Fortune of divine timing at play here. So, you know, it does suggest you will get what you want eventually, or things can work out eventually. But you know what? There's a divine timing aspect at play here. There's also a sense of karmic cycles here as well. So just be careful, make sure that you are doing what you know in your heart is right, okay? And that doesn't mean what other people think is right. It's not about religious right, legal right. It's about you, what you know is right, your own inner compass. But the thing is, if you are sticking to your inner compass and doing what you feel is right and what you know is right, the Wheel of Fortune suggests that your situation can and will change for the positive, okay? So the Three of Swords is, yeah, there's been some sadness or some disappointment, or there's a wound that is affecting this question. If you can deal with this and to a certain extent allow divine timing to do its thing, as long as you keep your heart and soul right, you know, you keep your heart right, as in stay in line with your heart and soul, then do you know what? Things can turn out. The Page of Wands is saying you're going to get a fantastic new inspiration. You may need to kind of go and investigate something. The Page of Wands has got this kind of really adventurous spirit. He/she does his or her own thing. You know, this person's kind of got that kind of free spirit element. So there is a sense of releasing the old pain, free spirit, breaking free, moving forwards. And this will give you the world. Thank you so much, number one. So much love to you. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, group number 2, you've got 5 cards. Oh, look at this. You've got the King of Coins, the Queen of Coins, the Page of Swords, the Fool, and the 5 of Wands. Okay, so on the face of it, this is a yes. This is a win because you've got the King of Coins and the Queen of Coins. The King and Queen together is so strong because it represents the whole, the completion. It's this sense of the yin and the yang. You know, so this is a sense of fullness. Not only is it fullness, it's in the coins. So this is physical, practical, tangible abundance. Okay? So can you get what you want? Can you have this yes answer? Absolutely. So there is abundance. There is the chance for you to tap into practical wisdom, get things sorted, get what you need. This is very likely to come through an ingenious idea because you've got the Page of Swords, which is like this new aha moment, this kind of great idea that gives you like the inspiration to really go for it. Now, even though it's the King and Queen of Coins and the King and Queen of Coins, the coins is kind of quite a stable, grounded energy. It's kind of steady and slow and moving. This could be a question that has a massive history to you. This could be around a situation you've been working on for ages because it's got that kind of steady, stable, mature, grounded energy of abundance to it. And obviously it's coins, so it's definitely about tangible abundance. But the thing is, with the Page of Swords and the Fool, there is this sense of kind of a new idea, a new opportunity. So this could be taking things in a slightly different direction. But there's something of the unknown. It might be a little bit unusual or a bit like not quite what you were expecting. You might have to slightly take a different route. It might be a little bit of a surprise. It might be a little bit of an unusual kind of inspiration. But you'll get something that sort of sets you on your path towards the abundance you want. The 5 of Wands is it suggests that it might cause some element of conflict, that, you know, it might go against other people's opinions. You're certainly going to have some grating opinions when you've got the 5 of Wands. There might be some little obstacles, hiccups, challenges. It's generally coming via other people's ideas, and it can sometimes be about having to kind of, if it involves a situation with other people, what they're saying here is listen to everyone's opinion, because out of this kind of slightly grating, conflicting 2 energies, 3 energies, 4 energies, 5 energies, however many it is, you can come up with something that's really greater than the sum of the parts. If it's you trying to get somewhere, this can be about other people's kind of, it can be naysayers or, you know, people who are very cautious for you, you know, that are trying to sort of, in inverted commas, help you, but then maybe you're getting in the way a little bit or causing a bit of a problem. The point here is that there may be some sort of superficial or intermediary aggravation or difficulty, but ultimately this is a yes, this is an abundant situation, and you'll get a fantastic idea. It might be a bit unusual, it might be a bit unexpected, it might be a little bit left of field, not quite what you're expecting, but you know what, it will give you an opportunity to take things forwards. Thank you, number 2s. So much love to you. Thank you for being here. I'll see you on tomorrow's reading. Hello, group 3. Okay, so you've got the High Priestess, the Ace of Cups, the Fountain, which is not, it's an extra card in the Fountain Tarot deck, so it comes after the World. If you see, it's got the, I don't know whether you can see actually. It's got the infinity symbol next to it. It basically means be, oneness. You know, it's kind of like, if this makes sense, it's like isness. It's beyond completion of the world, you know, so it goes one stage further than the world. It comes after the world in the in the journey of the Fool's journey of the Fool to the world. Okay, so yeah, you've got the High Priestess, Ace of Cups, the Fountain, and the Five of Swords. I honestly feel like this is a no, but you'll look back and be glad you didn't get it, if that makes sense. So I know this sounds weird, but for some of you, that will be a yes, and for some of you, it will be a no. It depends on the phrasing of the question. On the whole, this is a no. But what it is, it's not getting something you want, but ultimately it being right for you. That's how it feels. Please bear in mind, I am an intuitive reader, so sometimes I just feel something and it doesn't necessarily completely marry up with the cards, okay? So the reason I'm saying this is manifold, but one of the main reasons is this Five of Swords at the end. So the Five of Swords is walking away disappointed. It's not getting what you want. It can be a process, as in you have been trying something for ages and it's just not working out. Or it can be that you ultimately find out that you're not going to get the job, or you're not going to get the person, or, you know, you whatever it is, you're not going to win the contract, whatever. But the point is that there is a sense of disappointment. You had your mind set on something, it didn't work out. You've had to walk away. But the key here is that this surrender can take you to a whole new level if you can learn from it and go within. You know, the message here is that you can't really lose anything that's meant for you. The High Priestess at the beginning is so potent, so significant, so important, because the High Priestess is saying, listen, look for the signs and signals. I suspect for the majority of you, you've been getting signs and signals all the way along that there's something, you've either been trying to go slightly the, in inverted commas, wrong route, or, you know, you've been trying to do something that hasn't felt quite right for you, but you've had your mind or heart set on it. You know, I use the term heart loosely because it's more your emotions. You know, you've got your mind set on something and you've got your emotions set on something, and you're thinking, this is right for me, even though you've had lots of signals that perhaps it isn't. The Ace of Cups says, whatever, you are surrounded by love. You are protected by love. And there is this full cup of love and joy and abundance here for you. It is here for you. It is available for you. And it's beautiful that it's with the Fountain, this sense of beingness, this sense of completion, this sense of oneness, this sense of isness, this sense of just ecstasy and still beauty. So the thing is that you will look back on this no, or for a few of you, yes, that whatever it is, that whichever answer gives you this sense of disappointment, you will look back on this disappointment and see just how beautiful it was, because actually the guy or girl of your dreams was about to walk into your life. Actually, if you'd have taken that job, you'd have ended up getting, you know, laid off a week later or a month later or whatever. Do you see what I mean? It's like, it's a blessing in disguise. Follow the signs and signals as well. Listen to your intuition, because if you listen to your intuition, you will have, doesn't mean you won't encounter challenges, but it will be so much less painful and less difficult. This is a lesson, because I think that you've already had signs and signals, they're telling me this, but you chose to follow your own ideas, and there's nothing wrong with that, but it's maybe made it more difficult than it needed to be. Okay, but we live and learn. It's a journey. So guys, have an amazing day. Thank you for being here. So much love, and I will see you on tomorrow's reading. Hello, group 4. Okay, group 4. You've got the King of Swords, Nine of Swords, the Devil, and the Chariot. To be honest, I think that this is largely a no. You know, for the majority of you, this is a no. The King of Swords, they're saying there's a need for you to be clear-minded, clear thinking. I think a lot of you already know it's a no. You're looking for confirmation. You're looking for clarity. You're looking for that affirmation that this isn't right. There's a lot of, with this Nine of Swords, there's a lot of fear. There's a lot of angst. It's troubling you. Something is getting you down, making you anxious, stressing you out, holding you back. Something's bothering you. Something's not okay. You're gripped with fear, or there is a grip of fear around the situation. Something is trapped, attached, in pain, difficulty with the Devil and the Nine of Swords. This is a painful situation, an attachment, a codependency, a difficulty, a sense of clinging on, hanging on, bondage, over focus on the outer world, what other people think, what's going on. You know, there's a real sense, it's a lack mentality. Whether it's about a job or relationship or whatever, it's a lack mentality, it's a fearful mentality, and it's a painful situation. But either end of this pain and difficulty, you've got King of Swords and the Chariot. What this is telling me is, look, you've got all this darkness in the middle, and then this kind of light and the balancing of the light and dark at the end. The light comes from clear thinking. Look at all this darkness, all this struggle, all this anxiety, all this attachment. The King of Swords is strong, wise, clear, and he's clear thinking. There's sort of a need to kind of step back and be clear-minded about this situation, because something is potentially getting out of control from a sort of fear or anxiety point of view. It could, and that's spiritually speaking, so it could be coming through to you as like strong boredom or strong frustration. It doesn't have to be fear as in shaking and anxiety, that type of fear. It can be fear meaning any sort of negative emotion. But the point is, you need to look at this situation. It's a no. There's something that's off here. It's out of alignment. It's causing pain, and it's triggering the ego, and it's showing up what needs to be healed. So it's not bad, it's not wrong, but it's more about learning and moving on. And that's what the Chariot is about. It's like, you need to be clear thinking about this situation, bring it into balance and move forwards. It's not going to be necessarily smooth sailing, because the Chariot says you can be successful, you can come through this, you will triumph against all the odds. But do you know what? You have to push through those issues. You have to push through those boundaries. There are some outer circumstances that have been created or that are there that are difficult. And it's like having this clear-minded, focused, determined attitude to get past the difficulties and come out the other side. Can you do that? 100%. Absolutely, you can do that. So, loads of love, number 4. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Please like today's reading if you've enjoyed it, and be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you for being here, and I will see you tomorrow.